getting banned in the US. I see so many of the US creators that I follow on Instagram, and they're going crazy uh, that TikTok is banned and TikTok is no longer going to be there. I understand, I respect that you guys have worked really hard for the last 4 or 5 years to create an audience on your TikTok, and I am so proud of all the creators who've created content and have become something because of TikTok. But hey, I think uh, it was a concern of national security or something, which is the reason why it's getting banned. And it is scary, it is really scary that a country that does not give you their information has all your information. I think that was one of the biggest concerns even in India when TikTok got banned. TikTok was banned in India, I think, about 2 years back, because of, again, same national security, and a lot of creators were going super mad with the government. People were so crazily saying that, hey, we don't care about our security, and it's okay that we need TikTok. TikTok is something that we've grown with. TikTok is the reason we've become famous, and we want TikTok to stay. And I understand that, and people in the US are also doing the same thing. But I think, given that India was one of the biggest consumer of TikTok, and India had something called as Musically, which TikTok overtook, and TikTok started making TikTok took all the customers to from Musically um, to TikTok. And after a lot of growth, like, TikTok had crazy amount of growth in India, and after that they got banned in India as well. You know what happened after that got banned? A lot of people who were your followers on TikTok moved to Instagram, moved to other platforms like Shorts, and everything else came up. So if you are scared, which is okay to be scared, that you're going to lose out on your followers, which is okay. I think that's a genuine, if you worked hard for to get to wherever you are, whatever number you are at. And I understand that you've just now blew up or just now become like extremely famous on uh, TikTok. I promise you, your followers will follow you to Instagram and Shorts and YouTube. I understand that it might have been a difficult place to leave TikTok, and being TikTok banned. It is hello, hi, please. It makes me really it makes me really sad, because I the most affected people in this is the creators put a lot of effort in to become something on TikTok, to like, all these creators who've done like crazy amount of hard work to get to TikTok. And I totally understand that, I totally respect your work. But because you were good there, you gained the skill of making TikToks, you gained something huge. You are going to find it easier to grow on Instagram. Your followers, people that love you, people that love your content, are going to move with you to YouTube, move with you towards, I think, Instagram, and they're going to always love you. Like, people who love the content that you create. Like, I have a couple of followers a couple of people that I follow in the US, whose content I absolutely love. I found them on Instagram, and I think if I would have found them on TikTok when TikTok was available in India, then I would have still enjoyed following them on Instagram, and I would have followed them on YouTube, because I love that creator. Like, the best part about being a content creator is that you become a personality, you become a brand that people absolutely love watching. And that personality goes and then becomes, like, you become a whole brand, right? Like, you follow me because you love the way I talk, you love the way I dress. It's not because of a platform. And if I someday decide to stop doing YouTube and I go to Instagram, or the other way around, you would follow me there, and that is what will happen. I am so happy that I am able to look at the positive sides of this. because you know what, it is going to give you alternate growth. Because I understand that TikTok probably took most of the time from people, and it were like a lot of people consumed a lot of time, used a lot of time on TikTok. Now that attention is going to go towards YouTube, that is going to go towards Instagram. So it's time right now for, especially for creators, to sit down and think of a strategy to work on these platforms. Because if you understand how to work on these other platforms, it is going to give you that growth that you actually should have anyway received. See, I want to tell you this, that creators out there, your work is respected. It is going, if you have put in the hard work, you are going to go crazy viral. It doesn't matter that TikTok does not exist, it will happen other places. You know, it is going to give you opportunities. It is going to give, actually it is going to give opportunities for US tech industries or other tech industries to come up with something similar. Like I spoke about Musically, how Musically was extremely famous in India, and then it didn't, then TikTok acquired it. But you know, it gives opportunity for other small creators, small businesses, small tech companies to come up with something more fun, where at least there's no like security concern, which is scary, right? I don't particularly want to be in a space where my security is like a concern. There was a lot of data privacy talks that were happening, and I'm happy that some of them are solved and some of them are being addressed. And I will not talk a lot about it because I don't know a lot about it. But let's focus on what will happen when we move from say from TikTok to other platforms. It will give us more, more local content creation. A lot of local content creators will now move towards Instagram, now move towards YouTube, which will make it easier for other people to follow. Because you know, you can now be much more, you can spend much more time in creating a strategy towards Instagram and towards YouTube, then focusing your energy on, hey, what do I do with the content now that TikTok does not exist. However, I understand that there is a loss of income that is going to happen, a loss of you're going to, the whole ecosystem that you built is going to get hurt. All that is going to happen. But again, your true followers, the people who love you, the people who love your content, are going to follow you in other places. Instead of feeling sad about TikTok getting banned, instead of feeling sad about losing out on something, why don't we focus our energy in the right direction of how to make sure that we get famous on our other platforms, how to get better at other platforms. It is going to take some time, of course. It's and I think you have to deal with it as if it's something that you are uh, Yes, see, it's right. When TikTok got banned in India, a lot of creators were unhappy, but they moved to other platforms and they found success there. And it's honestly, yes, it's not the end of the world, but I understand, as a creator, I understand how bad it would feel for you to have like 4 or 5 years of content. You looked a certain way, you want to go back and see your own content. I understand. It is, for me, it's easy to say that it's not the end of the world. For people, it's easy to say it's not the end of the world. But I understand, as a creator, to lose out on the content that you created. I hope you're able to come out of it, and I hope you will be able to get much more success on the other platforms, that you're going to go crazy viral on other platforms. The only thing is, instead of now worrying about what happened to TikTok, we have to now think about how we get better at other platforms that exist. Because YouTube and Instagram have been there for like the longest time, right? Instead of wasting time right now on, hey, what do I do now that TikTok does not exist, we should be majorly, focusing on how do we get grow on Instagram. Like watch YouTube videos, or watch much more important reels, understand what hooks are, understand what a CTA is, understand how to grow your particular page on Instagram, understand what keywords are, understand what hashtags are, and what is most relevant on other platforms. because honestly, I think you will be, if you are supposed to be famous, you're going to be famous. It does not matter if it's TikTok or Instagram. If you have put in the hard work to do something big and to build the kind of content that you already make, the confidence that you already have, you're anyway going to be famous. You're anyway going to love creating your content. I love creating content. It doesn't matter if 4 people are watching or 10 people are watching, or tomorrow I'll have thousands and thousands of people watching. I love my art, and that's what it matters. And I know that I'm supposed to be famous, and it is going to happen. It doesn't matter if it's YouTube or Instagram, because I put myself out there and I learned how to be comfortable with the camera. It is going to help me on YouTube or Instagram. It doesn't matter now that TikTok doesn't exist, because I still have platforms, right? At least we have to think about how grateful we are, because we at least have some other platforms where we can make our things work, where we still know that there is hope, that we can grow from, that we can grow, like, we, back in the day, people didn't even have a platform where they could do anything or get any famous. There was just nepotism, and people were going like, people were just crazy, and only actors, children got the opportunity. But because of these platforms like Instagram and YouTube, all these other small creators got the opportunity to grow from like a small household name, from like, auto drivers kids, or just like a corporate person's kid, is now becoming a artist, is now going to be, uh, is now able to kind of become something other than just like doing a 9 to 5. And that is what we should focus on. We should be grateful that we have other platforms. It's easy for people to go viral on TikTok without much research on SEO or hashtag. This is what people are concerned about in the US. Okay, I understand that. I understand that you didn't have to do a lot of work, but hey, you still put yourself out there, right? You still put your face on a camera. You still put in the effort. So the effort you put in, it's always said in the universe that the effort you put in will never go to waste. It'll come back to you in 100 folds back, because you put in the hard work. And if you put in the hard work, it honestly doesn't matter, because if you worked hard to get wherever you are, your fruits of your labor are going to find you. It's just like that, it's just how it works. So you put in like first to 10th standard, you studied in a college or a school, right? And you then at the end of the day got a certificate. You know something. You worked for 4 to 5 years in a corporate. You know so many more things about your own life, about the way you operate. The same way, or when you were on TikTok, you learned so many things. You learned what posting is, you know what captions are, you know how to make sure you create content. All of that you learned that on TikTok. Just you have to use that now on Instagram or other platforms, YouTube or other platforms. And hopefully there will be much more opportunities for local businesses and local tech companies to do much more, and build something bigger, build something amazing inside the own country, where people can show their art. If you are an artist, if you've learned something, it doesn't go anywhere. How they talk about swimming and driving, right? If you've learned it and you still have a gap, you go back to it. You immediately go back to it. It's in your muscle memory. You have to respect your muscle memory, that hey, whatever I learned, and I'm going to use that now to go to use on the other platforms, because I know that I worked hard to get here, and I know that I will work hard to get on the other platforms. And especially if you worked hard, if you made your followers, these people are going to follow you on Instagram. They are going to follow you on YouTube, and they're going to, and at least at before, TikTok was the only place where you could create like smaller content. Right now there are much more places where you can create smaller content, like there is YouTube, there is Instagram, and these two platforms let you create content, and you should use that so that you can grow there. And I am again, all my condolences to people who feel bad that TikTok got banned. But you have to consider, you have to be grateful that TikTok helped you gain the confidence that you wanted to gain, to become Instagram famous or YouTube famous or real life famous. What if you are not just supposed to create in like lame TikTok videos? What if you are supposed to create content on Instagram which is supposed to go viral, and then that's going to give you your first movie or your first series? What if you're supposed to do bigger things than just TikTok? It's just an application that didn't work out, you know. I was reading something of today, and there I read that, you know, sometimes you never know why things worked out, and in retrospect, when you think about it, you say, oh yeah, that worked out in certain way because I had to be here. I lost that XYZ job because I had to start my own business. That's what it is. Instead of worrying about, hey, it's so sad that I lost my TikTok account, now you can focus on building your Instagram account or your personal business, or leveling up, uh, or spending that time with family or friends, or whatever way you want to use your time. And I don't know, I feel like taking something like this as a challenge instead of crying about it would be a great start. Instead of thinking about, oh, TikTok got banned, I don't know what to do next, you should now start strategizing, thinking about how I create my Instagram account or my YouTube account and grow it exponentially, like go crazy viral. Create like, because now that Instagram is banned, now that TikTok is banned, that means Instagram and YouTube are going to give you like a crazy amount of push, especially if you were a creator on TikTok. All these platforms are going to give you crazy amount of push, and you have to make sure that you focus on that, right? If you were especially a small business that started off from TikTok, and now you have to now create content on, say, YouTube, or you have to create Instagram content, that is going to be easier because let's consider you TikTok was your practice match, and now the real match starts where you actually have to work hard to get to a place. And you know what, it's going to be easier for you, you know that, right? It's going to be easier for you because, especially because you worked hard on TikTok, you figured out how everything works for you, you figured out how you want to be, what kind of image you want to create on your social media platform. You worked very hard on TikTok to get to this place, and I'm so proud of you. You're going to kill it on other platforms. You're going to be crazy viral on other platforms. It's again, it's not the end of the world. It I know it feels like it. I'm there with you. I understand it, but it's not the end of the world. You are going to go crazy viral on other platforms. You just have to trust yourself. You trusted yourself when you started this TikTok account, right? You trusted that you can do something. Hey, I'll create like fun content or whatever. That means you can trust yourself on other platforms as well. It's going to work out for you. It is so easy. It is going to work out for you. Go with the mindset that, hey, it is going to work out for me. I am extremely talented. One particular job or one particular app does not define me. It's right, that's how it is, right? One particular uh, application does not define you. What defines you is the hard work that you've put in to get to a place where you are extremely comfortable, extremely amazing. You've gotten so good at your art, you've gotten so good at your business. I'm that it is going to grow anyway. I'm so glad that I know for a fact that a lot of small businesses have gotten a lot of push. That has also happened on that had happened on TikTok in India, even because when a lot of small businesses started creating content, they understood a lot of ways of how to create content, and they got crazy viral, and they worked out in amazing ways. They made tons and tons of money, and I'm so happy that a lot of businesses did that. If you did that on TikTok, you can do that on Instagram, you can do that on YouTube. all these other platforms are going to give you that push, because people know you. People have already bonded with you. You are the brand. You've created a small business. You are everything. You are the person who people know. TikTok is not. Okay, I want you to focus that energy from feeling sad about TikTok to moving towards the right direction, moving towards using that time to create your strategy, create your game plan. And you can do this, boo. You can do anything. You grew on TikTok, you can grow on Instagram. Again, it got banned in India as well. TikTok did get banned in India, and the creators were so sad. But when they went to Instagram, they started creating content. They went crazy viral. People, their followers showed up in ways that you could never imagine. That is what is going to happen with you. Your own community that you've built on other platforms, these people are going to come back and support you in crazy ways. I know that I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that for the us creators that I follow. I'm going to support them like crazy, because I know for a fact how it feels on losing the community that you have created. I understand. It's like losing a job. It's like losing the place, losing the people that you lived with. It is going to have some kind of grief. But I would really, really wish that you can take that energy and put it in the right direction and grow crazy viral. I hope that this live was a way of me saying that you can do something related to the whole TikTok ban, instead of focusing your energy of how TikTok got banned in India. In the US, I hope that you can now create strategies and now go viral on other platforms, sending you like crazy amount of good vibes and magic, so that you can go viral on other platforms. Remember that just because you were famous on TikTok, that means that you can also go famous on other platforms. The hard work that you put in, it will pay off. The work that you put in, it will always pay up. You are the creator. You were the face of the company. You are the creator, and you can create that same content, that fun content around on other platforms and go viral. Okay, don't feel sad that I mean, you are entitled to your emotions, but stop wasting your time on figuring out, on feeling bad that TikTok got banned. Instead, focus your energy, focus your all your good energy on other platforms and go viral there. Sending you all the good wishes. I am so glad that I got to talk about this topic. It was running on my mind since morning. I hope you have a very good day. I hope you get to your boss pitch strategy mode and figure out the other platforms. Sending you a lot of love. And I am Tap for Dash, a creator on Instagram and on YouTube. My name is Darshini, and I love creating content. If you like this video, please subscribe to Tap for Dash or Darshini um, on YouTube, and on my Instagram, I'm Tap for Dash. I'll see you there. Thank you so much. Bye bye.